Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Stretch 215 back at it again with episode number 2, baby scratching and break beats. Baby scratching and break beats. Again, my videos are for the brand new DJ that just got a pair of turntables and a mixer or a brand new controller and they're ready to learn and just rock out and just rock the party. All right. So let's jump into it. Right. Baby scratching. You may want to ask yourself, well, what is the baby scratch? The baby scratch is the most fundamental scratch technique that DJs use. All right? You ever imitate a DJ and go jigga, 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 jigga? That's what the baby scratch is. All right? So, how do we execute the baby scratch? All right? One, hand positioning is very important. Okay? Hand positioning is very important. I use my right hand a lot. I've learned, with drills and practice to use my left hand as well. But let's, talk about the right hand. So your right hand is going to be in the 9 o'clock position. All right? And the reason why it's going to be in the 9 o'clock position is because if you're using your needle and control arm, the 3 o'clock position is going to be in the way. All right? You're going to scratch the control vinyl, whatever, your wax, whatever. So keep your hand in the 9 o'clock position. However, if you're using a phase like I am, okay, phase gives you a little bit more wiggle room for your hand placement. But keeping it simple, right hand, 9 o'clock position, left hand is on the fader, all right? You should have your hot cues already set up, all right? And then once you have your hot cue set up, you can manipulate the baby scratch back and forth. All right. Now, in order to demonstrate the baby scratch, I want to use some break beats. All right. I have a few break beats loaded up here. The first break beat that I have is James Brown. It's the Funky Drummer. This particular beat was sampled thousands of times within the hip hop and R&B community. I like to say it's probably like the backbone. All right. So when you're listening to your hip hop and your R&B, you're listening for that 4 count beat, scratch, switch to the other side, or rather to the neck, to the other deck. Let that play, scratch, and bring it back. I want to point out that you can do the baby scratch on the bass of the song, the bass drum, or the snare drum. All right? It's going to give you two distinct sounds. So with the Funky Drummer scratching on the bass, that was just a baby scratch back and forth. As you can tell, that was like a heavy, deep, gutter type of sound. With the snare, it's going to be high pitched. All right, so that's the baby scratch. Back and forth over your set cue points. All right, so let's see. Let's get into it. Baby scratch with the Funky Drummer. Again, that was the Funky Drummer. All right. I use the downbeat, the bass. Like kind of like in a marching band. Boom! Every time that foot hits the concrete, boom! You're gonna hear the bass. So I use the bass with that. All right. That's the Funky Drummer. Now the next break beat that I want to use to further demonstrate the baby scratch. It's called Amen Brother, okay? And you've heard this used. Amen, brother. You've heard this used with NWA, Straight Outta Compton. All right. I'm gonna let it play out, and then we'll do some baby scratching with it. So that was the Winston's Amen, brother. All right, and now we're about to get busy baby scratching with the Amen, brother. So, again, that was the Winston's, the Winston's Amen, brother. All right. Moving it right along. Another breakbeat that you can use for practice is called Big Beat, or The Big Beat by Billy Squier. It's an old rock song. All right. However, Run DMC made this breakbeat famous with the song called Here We Go. Another group from back in the day, UTFO, they had a hit record called Roxanne, Roxanne. All right. Now, when they sampled this beat, it was very clear. You heard every nook and cranny of the breakbeat. Bringing it current, Jay-Z used it in the song 99 Problems. It was a little bit altered, but again, Billy Squier, Big Beat was the foundation for 99 Problems, as well as Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire. All right? So let's have some fun with it. So, now, when you're doing your baby scratch, you don't have to keep it so simple all the time. Have a little fun with it, all right? You know, try to make your own patterns. Just don't stick to the bass. Incorporate scratching over the snare. Incorporate, like, using a pause, all right? Because what that's going to do is that's going to excite your audience, okay? That's going to keep your audience waiting for the next song, or that's going to keep your audience just wondering, okay, what is he going to do crazy with the song that he's playing now, okay? All right, so let's put that into action, all right? that was me trying to incorporate different patterns. For anybody that's a little bit more experienced, they probably noticed that I probably, I did a little bit more than just the baby scratch by letting the record go and come back, or put a little backspin to it. But that's the gist of what I want to convey. You don't have to keep your baby scratches simple, jigga, 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 and then move on to the next. Try to create a pattern with the baby scratch. Another break beat, this is more up-tempo, is by a group by the name of Gas, all right? And the song is Sing Sing, all right? I'm gonna let it play out, and then we're gonna have a little fun with the baby scratch. So this is Sing Sing, the break. So, that was Gas with Sing Sing. All right? And let's have a little fun with the breakbeat. Sing Sing. All right? So with that particular breakbeat, I have various hot cues set up. And remember, I said you can use the bass or the snare. You know, the downbeat being the bass, the snare being your up. This particular break has various points that you can manipulate, all right? And that's what I was trying to demonstrate with using this particular breakbeat here, all right? The final song that I want to use is a group by the name of The Whole Darn Family. And the title of the song is 7 Minutes of Funk. Now, again, I was a big EPMD fan back in the day. EPMD used it. Jay-Z also used it as well. The title song that Jay-Z did was Ain't No N-Word, all right? That was real hot back in the day. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna play the sample, and then we're gonna demonstrate or execute the baby scratch. All right, so that is 7 Minutes of Funk by the whole darn family. And again, we're going to use this to practice some baby scratching. All right, so let's get to it. Baby scratching. Sorry, I let my fader go on that one. But, so, again, with that, I was just trying to show you how you can, try to create your own patterns by scratching over the bass or scratching over the snare, all right? So, that's bringing this to a close, this session here. I want to give a shout out to some folks that have been mentors to me, that have helped me along the way. One, the International DJ Cafe. Big shout out to my man DJ Cutlass, my man DJ Greggy C, and my man DJ Millie Mill 609. Jersey chapter, International DJ Cafe. That's that group, great group of guys. They've welcomed me into the family. I got a couple gigs working with these guys, and these guys are experienced DJs, and they are helping me. They are grooming me. So that's what this is all about, right? You gain knowledge, pay it forward, help somebody else out. So that's my way, doing these videos. That's how I pay it forward. The second person I want to give a shout out to is Cutting Edge DJs, premier DJ company in the Philadelphia metro area. All right, look them up. Great group of guys. Again, they get the job done. Cutting Edge DJs, my man Craig and my man Richie. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your support. Now, help me out. All right. So if you like what you've heard, one, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Number two, turn on those notifications. Every time I put up a video, you'll get notified. Helps you stay current, right? 3, hit that like button, All right. 4, share these videos. Okay. Share these videos. Okay. And you can also reach me on Instagram. All right. My Instagram is official DJ Stretch 215. Again, my Instagram is official DJ Stretch 215. All together, all one word. All right. So, as I said in my last video, we are in this together, okay? I learn, you learn. I prosper, you prosper, all right? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for just letting me be me, all right? Until the next episode, peace and blessings.